take him to some room and they bang it out in the middle of a freaking disaster. Hi comrades, happy Tuesday. Long time no talk. If you're new here, I usually do horror movie reviews, horror series reviews, and shock site reviews, but today's video is going to be a little bit different because I'm starting a new playlist on my channel. In this playlist, I'm going to be doing a comparison between horror book versus horror movie adaptation. And in today's video, this is the book I'm going to be discussing, / movie. The Mist by Stephen King. I've been reading Stephen King for years, but it never clicked in my head that I can do book reviews on my channel too. If you don't know what the story is about, it's basically about a group of people that get stuck in a grocery store because they're hiding from the mist that has weird creatures and monsters inside of it that are trying to kill the people. We meet this guy named David, his wife Stephanie, and his little son Billy. Billy and David, they go to the grocery store after a storm to get some supplies or whatever, like his wife gave him a grocery list, and they go to the grocery store. And then suddenly a mist settles upon the town. Both the book and the movie, there are people that try to explore the mist and try to see what the frick is going on, but everybody gets killed. The first introduction of any kind of monster in both the book and the movie was when they were like in the garage of the grocery store and one of the guys was trying to get out through the back door and he opened the door a little bit and it was like a slidey up door. He opened the door a little bit and then like a tentacle came through the mist and snagged him away. So closer to the middle of the story, this is where the book and the movie kind of separate. David meets this lady named Amanda in the grocery store, but in the movie they are just friends. In the book, so Billy and David leave Stephanie at home and go to the grocery store. They get stuck because of the mist. David gets horny because Amanda is just so pretty. And Stephen King talks about Amanda's like features, her busty composure or whatever, like a billion times. Like, we get it. He lets Amanda take him to some room and they bang it out in the middle of a freaking disaster. Basically, they make it out of the grocery store in both the book and the movie. They get in the car and they're driving through. There's also some key differences between the ending of the book and the movie, and in my opinion, the ending of the movie was 100 times better than the book. And if you haven't realized this, it's going to be really big spoilers right about now. In the book, the last sentence is something about hope. 1 second. The other is hope. That's the last sentence. So basically, it's a good ending type of book, although they never find his wife. They never find David's wife. They do go back for her, but the road is like too messed up and they just assume she dies, I guess. So the book has a happy ending. Some people do survive, and David and Billy and Amanda and there's this grandma, they all survive. In the movie, guess what freaking happens? They're driving on the road, they run out of gas. David has like 4 bullets in the gun and he realizes that there's nowhere else to go. So he mercy kills all his friends and his son. The mist dissipates and an army comes out in tanks and he realizes that rescue was not very far away and he just killed a bunch of people for no freaking reason, including his son. And I think that ending is way better than the ending in the book. Not because it was a scary ending, but because it's just a really good tragedy. You know what I mean? Like, Stephen King should have written that instead of a good ending book, because a good ending is not very Stephen King-esque. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say regarding Stephen King's The Mist. Editing Christina here. I feel like I didn't really talk enough about the creatures and the fact that they kind of had like a food chain going. There's some pictures that's like kind of the same thing. I found this concept art. This is the best thing I could find that resembles what I remember in the book. The tentacle creature, and in a lot of the chapters, the Stephen King decided to tell us that, for example, the spider, it like 8 people basically, like a spider would. And these things, these freaking bugs, they are pink and they're supposed to be more sluggish. I imagine them to look more like slugs because I remember them crawling over each other. This book is not really about the monsters themselves, but it's about how horrible people can become in situations when they are close together, kind of like Lord of the Flies, if you ever read that book. Like, the scariest part of the book was not the monsters coming out and, like, taking out people, but for example, for me personally, there was a scene in both the movie and the book where there was a crazy lady in the grocery store. She was super religiously motivated, and she wanted to do a sacrifice to get rid of the monsters. And at one point, she wanted to kill Billy, who was, like, the youngest out of everyone, because he's just a little boy. And then she got shot. If you stayed this long, I really hope you subscribe, because I try to post at least once a week. And I really hope to see you in my next one. Bye!